Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Mandy. I'm going to try to do a quick bloom here. I'm going to have to voice over because you may be able to hear the laser running in the background. This is a 12-ish inch round that I tried to cut before I got my laser, and you can tell not quite as nice, but still nice, and I'm going to use it. So I did not take the time to tape it, so I'm going to regret that later. I will tape the back before I resin it, but don't have a lot of time, so I'm just gonna kind of go. So I'm gonna use what's it called? The PPG Multi Pro as the pillow today. I am using some of the same colors as the last time, but not all of them. So I'll tell you the colors as I go. And I am gonna blow it out using my hair dryer just because of the size, and also using a white cell activator because that's what I have mixed up. So I'm going to use that Tourmaline color from the other day that I used on the coasters. You know what? This is thicker than I expected. I'm going to use Enchantment, which I just revived. It's been mixed up for too long, so I just revived it. I'm going to use Titan Light Blue. Going to use Titan Teal, I think. Blue Black, and Cobalt Aqua. Just because of how thick this is, I'm just going to help it a little bit here. Maybe it's probably too much paint, but anyway. And yeah, and then the white cell activator. So my thought was that the little pop of the Enchantment, that nice purple, would be, it is a kind of a warm pale purple, so might be kind of strange to use with the cool blues, but we're going to do that. And just wetting the sides real quick. This is probably too much paint on here now, but I don't know, it was weird for a second. Anyway, so I'm going to put the blue black at the bottom, I think. And give me just a second. Sorry, I have to go get something. Okay, so then we're going to start off with the blue black. So this is Colourarte. And I'm just going to put a little bit down here. I'm not really trying to put an entire puddle. Then I think I'm going to put the Tourmaline. This is a really beautiful color. I'm going to put a pretty healthy dose of that on there. If you saw the video where I did the Texas coasters, I used that color. Not that you could see it all that well because of how I swiped them, but it's still a very pretty color. And it's probably over the top. But now we're going to put the Titan Light Blue. Now this is opaque, so I'm just going to drizzle it. And then I think I'm going to, very indecisive right now. What am I doing? I think I'll put a pretty healthy amount of the Enchantment. You can see kind of the violet pinky shift. So obviously there's some warmth to this color, but I need to use it. I have almost a full container of it mixed up, and I just revived it after I've already revived it once. So trying to use it. And I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time trying to figure out what colors to do because I don't have a lot of time. So and this is the Titan Pale Teal or whatever, light teal. I don't know if I'm getting that right. This is Colourarte. And I just put Joe Sonia in that, so there's a ton of bubbles in it. And then Cobalt Turquoise from Golden, I believe. And then I'm going to put some more blue black on the top. So I want a fairly decent amount of these colors on the top because I'm going to use the dryer and I want there to be some good contrast from the white cell activator to a darker color underneath. I just think it makes it pop a little bit better. And then more blue black. So some of it's going to be drizzly, but I still want it to be accounted for on the top. So my thought is that the two pigment colors will really show nicely through the other colors, especially under resin. So that's my hope. So let's hope that that's correct. I'm using Engram titanium white for the cell activator, and that seems to have a weird lump in it, which is a little concerning. And I'm just going to puff it first with my breath so I can expand that circle a little bit, and then we'll use the hairdryer. There's way too much paint on the surface, so I'm a little nervous about that. Didn't do a very good job right here. Or right here. And this I blew into the pillow somehow. I'm not sure how, but not sure if this is my best effort here. Like, the colors seem like they should work, but that blow was not great. I don't know if I should just pour over it right this second or spin it out. Let's spin it a little bit and just see. Sometimes it surprises you when it spins out, you know? Yeah, there's some good things about it, but this right here isn't going to work for me. So let's just go again real quick. I do like the colors. Something seems like it might be off in my consistency somewhere. We'll see. I don't know. It also could be that I had too much paint on the surface, so it's trying to collect back in the center when I'm trying to blow it out. So, all right, let's try this again. This paint is also a little thick. Okay, let's do this down here, sort of on the top of the pigment, since it's opaque. And then we'll do the tourmaline. And let's see. Then maybe this. May not be as much as the last time. Seems like the spinner is crooked. Enchantment. Okay, and Cobalt Turquoise and more blue. And then let's see, so many bubbles. think it's possible to even get rusty with the hair dryer because it's like you kind of learn a rhythm of how to go around in a circle quickly and efficiently, and if you don't do it often, you run out of practice and get a little rusty, unfortunately. All right, let's try again. And I think we might actually need a little bit more of that. Okay, so let's try. All right. That was crappy. Probably just as crappy as the first one. Maybe not quite as crappy, but right here is crappy. And that didn't help. And there's way too much in the center. Oh, look at this. Ooh. Yikes. Okay. Not awesome. And because I kind of blew over this same spot, I don't know if that's going to be like blowing down into the pillow right there. Let's spin it out. Maybe a third time's a charm kind of a deal. It's got a ton of paint on it. Way too much cell activator in the middle. Man, am I rusty. So one of these paints does not seem to be performing well with my cell activator. The color combo is fantastic. This is not. I mean, the colors are great, but I don't know that we need all of them. All right, let's go one more time. What a waste of paint. Okay. But I thought the colors would look nice together, and they do, so I'm pleased with that. I just need to get the composition under control. And some of it's, there's too much paint, just too much. So, I'm going to go again. I really hate wasting all this paint, but here we are. Okay. Ooh. Splattered paint everywhere. Alright, well, nothing beats a blank but a try. You know what? Let's do this. Alright. Cobalt Turquoise. A little bit of this guy. Just a little. Mostly because he needs to be used. I really like this with the blue-black, though. Well, who says we can't do all of this a different way? I'm almost out of blue-black, though, and my blue-black is kind of thick. I wonder if it's causing me problems with my cell activator. In case you can't see that, but it might be. Tourmaline. Okay, and this guy. And Enchantment. I really want this color to show. And then this. More of this. And then this. More of this. I think we might need a healthy amount of this. So we get that nice contrast. All right. I had too much on here the last time, so let's not make that mistake this time. And I'll hit the middle with my breath. Ooh. Ah, still messed up right here. I think I'm going down into the pillow is the problem. But we have better cell structure this time, so before I get upset, let's just try to spin it. I don't like those blocks of color like that. Is going to get covered in paint. I don't know why I can't get a decent center. Like, the center is okay, but like, where's all my popping color? I'm obviously blowing down into it too much. But I'm going to let it dry, I think. Because I definitely don't have time to do it again. So I think I'm going to let it dry because I think, even though it's very delicate in the center, I think when we resin it, the sparkle will kind of set it off. It'll just be very soft, which I was going for soft, but I wasn't going for this soft, you know, grr. But this whole section is really nice. I need to not put my finger over stuff. And the places where the enchantment picks up the light, it's very nice. I'm thinking that maybe one of my consistencies is off, or I'm just blowing, I think I'm blowing too far down into the center before I hit it with the hairdryer, and then I'm just going all the way in when I do that. So let me bring you down for a close-up. I'm gonna try to get this one part off. And I still have a little bit too much cell activator in the center, but it's mostly like sitting on top of like no paint, if that makes sense. Like there's not a lot of action under there. So I might be able to get some more faint cells, but I don't know. I don't know if this one will get resined. It's going to live long enough to dry. There's some really pretty parts of it. It's just very soft. It's very watercolory. Like if that's what I entirely meant to do, then that would be cool. That is not entirely what I meant to do. I just got paint all over myself. But, you know, I think using the opaque pale colors was cool and it added nice color, but I think it actually might have diminished my dark colors. It really shouldn't though, because I put dark colors at the top. But where I really wanted those dark colors to pop with my pigments underneath, it may have had the opposite effect. So I'm going to show you a close-up, and then you'll have to let me know what you think. I like it. It's not what I was going for, obviously. Just got paint on my clothes. But it's definitely better than the first two. Composition-wise, you know, it's not bad. Like there's some parts here. Well, I'll show you on the close-up. It'll be easier for you to see. Okay, so there's some parts that are really beautiful. So where you see the enchantment popping through, I don't know if you can see it. Well, obviously you can see it, but you may not be able to see the warmth. Right there. You can see the tourmaline right there. The center, there's too much cell activator. So far it's not causing any weird like pooling, but you can just see we don't have a lot of color in the center. That kind of bugs me a little bit, but I love this. I love the lacing here. And see, what I really expected was to see a little bit more of this, like the dark pop of color underneath the cell activator with the pigment really popping in the background. So part of me thinks it will really shimmer nicely under resin because you'll really be able to see the effect of the pigments in there. It's just not what I was expecting, but I like it. I like the softness of the pigments though. You can kind of see them both together right there. But yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think. I like it. Wasn't what I was going for, but it's nice and soft, and we'll see if it lives. You have to let me know what you think. Would you keep it? Would you scrape it? There's some nice pigment action in the center that will show more when it dries. Let's see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.